So every time he climbed on that gate and jumped, I met him in the air. Every time. I was not afraid. As soon as he jumped out, I'm like, come here.
You started hearing fucking yo in your fucking nightmares. That's what it was.
All right, like I said, let's welcome to the Round Star Podcast. As you can see, we a little upgraded. We a little more crispy. We a little more clean. We a little more, we ain't shaky no more. You know.
No Parkinson's in this camera.
No, man, but
You can see my white side now.
You got the farmer tan, bro. You got the farmer tan.
you can actually see that small chain on his neck too. Look.
Yeah, literally.
I was noticing that. I was like, yeah, you got a chain. I can't see that. No. But yo, you know what's going on. It's time to get the round started. We are here today. We got a decent amount of stuff to talk about. I honestly don't know if we're gonna get to all of them.
Yeah, probably not.
But we're gonna try. We are definitely gonna give it a try. We got no guests today. Y'all just rock it with us for the day. It is what it is. But we got enough conversation for the most people. I think we got it.
Yeah, definitely 100%.
But before we get started, we always got to check everybody out and see what's going on. So what's been going on with y'all today? What's been your day, your week?
Well, normally this week I was just been doing boxing, but like there's one day that we were doing body shot training. Holy crap, bro! The guy that was going against, like the guy that was doing my body shots, bro, I was going easy on him, bro. This guy was mauling me, bro. I have a bruise, like right here. Mm-hmm. Like it's not like a bruise where you can see like it's not purple or anything. It's just chin chong.
You ain't learned,
bro.
You ain't learned nothing for playing with us, huh?
Huh?
You ain't learned nothing for playing with us, huh?
What you mean?
When we ever take it easy on anybody?
Why ain't you beat his ass?
Yo, like what you doing?
No, but like the thing is, like I could take a couple punches. I could take really good punches to the body.
Yeah, but isn't the point to take the punches to the body now, so that way you're used to them, and like you basically build up a resistance to getting hit in the body later on when you're in a match or when you're sparring, right?
Yeah, that's
why would you take it easy then?
Okay,
beat his ass.
I understand that, but like it's supposed to be like a type of thing where you like ease your way up. Type of thing. But it's from the start he was just already going.
He was going full force from the beginning.
From the beginning, it's like.
So then you fucking lit him up the next time you hit him, right?
Nah, I didn't do nothing.
You should have fucking broke a rib.
I could take it. Like the thing is, like it's not like I can't take it.
Yeah, that's not the point though.
That is not the point.
Hey, I'm gonna give what I receive. You fucking full blown hit me in the stomach. All right, wait till I get.
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna expect you to hit me full force because I know for good and goddamn well when it's my turn. I'm socking you the whole way. I ain't all gas, no brakes.
You getting fucked up during practice or during sparring? You go into the fucking ring and motherfucker hits you in the stomach. You just like. Fucking sparring partner is harder. Get that shit out of here, bro.
Actually, though, no, that like when we spar good. We spar like it's not like 100% because we're not trying to kill each other because we don't have headgear or anything like that. But when we're sparring, we spar like 75%. Our punches are actually felt. Like when you get punched in the body, you fucking feel that.
That's good. You don't want to injure them because you want to keep being able to practice, but you want to still do some damage or whatever so they feel it.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. But when we're doing body shot drills, when it's a medicine ball, bro. You can't be running that joint, bro.
If you run that joint, bro, that's not a glove, bro.
Yeah, no, that's a little different if it's a medicine ball. Okay,
bro,
I thought y'all were just like gloving up, body shot.
Well, we did do that, and it wasn't that bad. But what fucked me up was that medicine ball, bro.
Yeah, that's a rock, bro. That's a fucking rock.
That shit hurt.
I use medicine balls in the HIIT workouts that I do with my personal trainer, boy, and them things be killing me.
They don't seem very heavy until you do the motion milling.
Yeah, until you on that 10th rep, you like
this fucking 20-pound ball feel like it's 100 pounds, man. Why can't I pick it up?
And then as soon as you slam it on the ground, you look at it, you're like, I gotta pick it back up.
Yep. My arms are noodles.
Oh god, man. But how about y'all? What y'all been doing?
What's going on with you, Chris?
I've been fucking, bro. I'm a Nintendo fanboy this week. I've been playing so much fucking Zelda.
Tears?
I was going like I was playing Destiny for a while, and then I was playing like the new Mega Man, and I fucking love Mega Man, but. Y'all seen Toy Story, right?
Yeah.
You know that fucking scene where Andy grabs Woody and he fucking drops. He's just like, I don't want to play with you anymore. That was me with Mega Man, bro. When fucking Zelda came out, I was like, bro, I love you, but like, fuck off. I got Buzz Lightyear over here I'm trying to play with. I don't need this cowboy shit. Nah, that game is fire.
For me, my week has been trying to get this camera to work, man. Yo, I was coming. Okay, so for y'all
working though.
Yeah, I know.
It's looking nice.
For y'all that don't know, So I work at a job. My job isn't even in the same county. I got to go kind of far. And then I go to the gym afterwards. And then I come home. So I was coming home every day out the week, working on the camera. Everybody like, yo, you joining Destiny? Nah, man, I'm trying to get the camera to work.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just got to chip away at it a little bit at a time. Little bit, oh, what's wrong? Nope, don't know.
So
Fix this part.
yesterday when I got it to work, as soon as I got it to work, I went to sleep. I was like, it worked?
We got the green light.
So, but yeah, nah, my week was just been going to work doing IT to come home and do more IT.
Yeah.
But nah, it's all, I ain't gonna hold you, it's been worth it in the end, man, because this quality is amazing. Like, yo. And I got it for $80. That's the thing too.
That Tekken 8 shit, bro. I'm telling you,
It's
bro,
a
with the muscle fabrics and shit, bro.
it's a $500 camera that I got for $80. I got it for a steal. So
He didn't actually steal it. He paid for it. just throwing that out there.
You said $80. Yeah.
I gotta reiterate, some motherfuckers didn't hear that part. You know what they heard? Hey, this is a $500 camera. I got it for a steal. That's what they heard. They didn't fucking hear how that he paid for that shit. Yeah. Just gotta reiterate, bro.
You're not wrong.
He paid $80.
Nah, he
Not
paid
wrong,
for it. He
not
paid
wrong.
for it.
But with that being said, man, let's go ahead and get it started. You know, we got MK coming out, and most people at first were calling it MK12, but we have found out from the developers that this will be a complete reboot of the system. So it's just been named Mortal Kombat.
That's so cool.
Again.
That's so
They're
cool.
rebooting it again. Because they did that shit after, what is it, Armageddon?
They did not.
After
9 was a
Armageddon,
reboot.
and then they redid it. It was Mortal Kombat 9. That was I think that was Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Like all the stories together. So they fucking rebooting again. Granted, if you played the MK11 story, you know, Liu Kang's the shit. He's in charge now. He's doing the timeline over. Cool. Maybe things will be different. Maybe they'll be the same. Regardless, the story's always cool.
Look, I'm just go ahead and say this to NetherRealm before we even get into this. NetherRealm, do not use this as an opportunity to ruin another character. You remember Sindel? Do not use this
Man,
as
it's
another.
so offensive for Sindel.
Bruh, because she was
so
she was such a good character, and then they just made her a complete. Hope I don't get marked for this, but they made her a complete bitch. There's no other way to describe her.
I think Sindel was a cool character, but I think she already had her moment in the sun, essentially. Like, the whole arc with her and Shao Kahn went down. She came back fucking I'm on your side, I'm not on your side. She was what, like a quadruple agent and shit at one point? Like,
But that's only because they retconned it in the first story.
Yeah.
Sindel actually did care for Katana's dad, and she actually was a loving mother. She actually was a good person. Then
everyone's had multiple arcs, right? Like Shao Kahn's been in the picture fucking twice. Shang Tsung's been in the picture like 3 times. Shinnok, the Elder God or whatever, was in the picture twice. They're just redoing it now.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it. They're just restarting.
so
We starting from the beginning, new
Yeah,
characters
just do
and
it.
everything.
So
That'd be
pretty
cool.
much, all I'm asking is, what do y'all want to see from in Mortal Kombat if it does come out?
New characters, like all new characters, except for like the main cast with Scorpion,
I like cheap
Sub-Zero
shit.
and stuff.
I love cheap shit. So I want Quan Chi back. I want the zombie shit.
But
After
who's
that,
the Indian
I
guy?
don't
Who's the
care.
Indian guy that we had
Nightwolf?
from Nightwolf? We need Nightwolf.
Nightwolf's godlike, yeah.
I like Nightwolf.
I want them to, if I could make requests to just say, hey, we're remaking Mortal Kombat. What do you want to make it better? Take out dialing combos. I hate dialing combos, and just let us press back to block.
Nope. That has never been in a Mortal Kombat game.
I know. But I said it's a what if like scenario. If they was like, hey, what do you want in this Mortal Kombat game? You can have whatever you want. That's the only 2 things I really want.
The 2 things about Mortal Kombat that I think will never change. They will never get rid of the
Dialing combos.
the dial-in inputs. They'll never have motion. Like, they'll never have quarter circles or half circles. It's always going to be like down, up, back, forward, down, up, back, forward, forward, down, forward, that shit. And we're always going to have a block button. Because you want to know why? And if it happens, for some fucking miracle it happens, the first thing MK players are going to bitch about when they got to hold back to block is, I was holding back and he jumped over me and I got hit, because they don't know what cross-ups are. Because the block button takes care of that for you.
That's true. They don't know what cross-ups
They get fucking crossed up. They're just like, I don't know what I gotta do. You have to block the opposite way because he's on this side. No. I just should be able to just hold a button and it should just take care of that.
Or you can do what DNF did.
You could do both.
You can do both.
They ain't gonna like that. Look what happened to DNF.
Oh, hold on. We're not gonna blame that. That was the.
No, that wasn't the reason.
To say,
however, it is a time and I would say it serves its purpose to be able to have both, because you can do the block button, which will protect you from the cross-ups, but there are certain times where you should just be holding either back or whatever, because let's say they jump over you, right, and they don't do an attack. If you're just sitting there blocking, you're just gonna eat whatever mix-up comes after that. Maybe they empty jump and then go low, or maybe they empty jump and go throw. Or in that sense, if they're gonna jump over you, fake into thinking they're gonna do a cross-up and then throw you, if you were holding back, you shouldn't be in throw range. You should be going that way. You picked the block button, you got fucked up for it.
Exactly. But they, like what he said, like DNF, how they did it was when you're holding the block button, you can't special cancel. You can't do specials.
Yep.
That's what they should do for Mortal Kombat.
Yep.
You
And
just
benefit, can't get crossed up.
can't get crossed out. Yeah.
You should be rewarded for having good, and that's another. This is a side topic. We're on a side tangent here, but I am hating the. You know what? We got a later topic. I'm gonna save that one actually.
We'll save it.
I'm gonna save it because if I go into it now, it's gonna spiral.
Might as well.
No, yo. Let's finish Mortal Kombat. Let's give it its time. I get it. We all don't really play the game like that. We still gonna give it its time.
Yeah, I gave it a little bit
I
of
love
a chance. We
Injustice.
just don't have a scene for it. Right?
Yeah,
I loved
that's true.
Injustice until I figured out that real fighting games don't have dial-in combos.
Yeah, that's everybody. That is everybody. Once you play a real fighting game with reactable combos, you'll never go back.
Bro, it's just like, bro, I feel so much better. I feel like I can do anything.
Because I can react.
See, but if you do the opposite, like if you start with like Street Fighter or you start with Tekken or whatever, and then you go to MK, the first complaint I always hear is this game feels stiff and like blocky and like
Yeah,
robotic movement.
man,
What
it
the fuck is
does.
going on? I'm like,
Yeah.
sorry, bro. That's just how it's built. That's the engine it's built on.
It literally does. Like, I started on Injustice, right? Injustice was like my thing. I loved Robin. Robin was my thing. Red Hood was my thing. The dial-in combos were cool because I'm like, oh wow, I can do these.
This
cool
is sick.
This is so cool, right? And then I go to Street Fighter. I'm like, dude, I feel like I can do anything. Like I feel free. And then when I go right back to Mortal Kombat 11 when it came out, I was like, bro, this is stiff. I can't anti-air. It sucks. It's like really bad.
Nah, but with that being said, though, I will say, if it does come back, it's another complaint, just lore-wise, because I'm a lore guy. I love story. How y'all gonna have? Oh yeah, you already knew it was coming. How are y'all gonna have Jade be in a relationship with Kotal Khan, a dude who literally drinks people's blood?
Sick.
But in the game, she'll call other characters disgusting for eating people. And the whole time, every time she did it, I'm like, your boyfriend drinks blood. And you be kissing him. Really? You got a problem with this?
Look, man, there's a lot of realms in Mortal Kombat. There's some really fucked up shit in those realms. For anyone who's played Armageddon, you played as Shujinko, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
The Chaos Realm.
Oh my God.
Or everything bad is okay and everything that's good, you're like, why are you here? Go to Order Realm, that kind of shit.
Like the Chaos Realm, their god is water.
Yeah.
Because water is formless, it's shapeless, it
Chaotic.
it can do whatever.
Telling you, bro.
So what the Order Realm did to punish the Chaos Realm is they took their water.
Everybody was thirsty.
their water?
I don't know. As far as the smaller shit like that,
Give
the
me your
logical
oceans.
shits, whatever, but you got a bitch who's literally made out of blood in that game.
Yeah. And that's why I'm like, how you gonna talk down and your boyfriend over here having a sip of blood like it's lemonade? Like,
I do want to say though, like even though he's not that great, Kotal Khan, that his design is fucking fire, bro.
Yeah.
That shit is really cool.
when he's not in the green skin, I never liked him in the green skin.
No?
When he was in his normal, like with just the war paint, but his normal skin color, I think he looks so dope.
I just like the big fucking headdress. I like how he set like some of his modes or whatever in the past games. You set up like the totems to buff, and the dunking, bro. The fucking pick you up, slam. Oh, spent meter. Pick you up, slam. Break your back, drink your blood, slam, throw. I'm like, God damn, that was one move. That shit was dope. I'll do that again.
I'm not gonna lie, I do think
They do have
him
really cool moves.
and Nightwolf have like the best like yell outs for their name.
Yeah.
You just hear Nightwolf, "Esta vida." It's like, oh god.
Oh damn it.
Hey yo, but nah, like that's I got a small gripe. Like, I would like Mortal Kombat a lot more if I just wasn't able to if I was able to play the game and enjoy it. Like I actually enjoyed Conquest mode and Deception and in Armageddon way more than playing the actual game, and I'm like, this just should not be a thing.
I think I played the fucking chess mode more in Deception than the actual game modes, bro.
Bring back the mini games, please, please, bro.
Or
so much
give
chess.
us another Shaolin Monks.
Yeah, I'll be okay.
Yo,
What is that?
Shaolin Monks. It's a PS2 era platforming game. It follows the two Shaolin monks, Kung Lao and Liu Kang, and they go on an adventure throughout the realms, and they're like battling all the different enemies and bosses and characters and shit throughout Mortal Kombat, like story, lore, and mythology. And yeah, shit was good. It was really, really good.
Bro, that sounds heat.
and it was
that sounds
and
so
it was
cool.
it was made to play co-op, which was the best part. I thought it was, because if you tried to play the game single
trying to
player,
play it now.
there were only puzzles you could do with a partner. Like if you didn't have player 2, you couldn't do the puzzle.
That's
One of
so
these days we
cool.
gotta like legally emulate it and put it on the screen and play with fucking.
Oh yeah, we got one of these days we're gonna stream it. We're gonna stream it with Zora.
Bro, like not only that, like
we gotta have you and Rich play it though,
that would be really fun.
that would
because
be
we need
really
somebody who hasn't played it before to run.
Me, I'm gonna be jumping at all the fucking people and secrets and be like,
Yeah.
go get this and then do that and then it'll, this will pop up.
No. We gotta let them run it by themselves and just see what they do.
Y'all gonna get fucked up.
Bro, the only platformer that I remember playing was in PS2 was the Power Ranger ones.
No, it's not even a platform. It's a whole adventure game.
You level up. There's this fucking system and everything. You unlock more combos for your character as you level up and everything.
I used to use Kung Lao,
Same.
and I did
Jared played Liu Kang.
I did the cheap kick combo.
Oh, the dive kick over?
Yeah.
It's so cheap, bro.
Just grab him, throw him in there.
Yeah, so Kung Lao could basically do his dive kick over and over, and as long as he hit a target, he would pop up and you could do it again. So if you got someone in a corner, like the only caveat was that it would get knocked back. You get them in a corner, you just fucking da, over and over. Million fucking hits until they're dead, whatever you gotta do. Just infinite them until they're dead. And you just like, I'm the best, bro.
There's so many.
Yeah, but the thing in that game was if you hit like over 100, you would hear the dude go toasty, and like
What?
it would give you bonuses.
You don't know
and
about the
stuff.
toasty guy, bro?
No.
Oh
Alright.
god, yeah.
Old school Mortal Kombat. I think it was which one? It wasn't Tobias.
No,
Was it
Ed? It was. No.
One of the developers.
Ed was the one that did get over here. I think Tobias was the one that did toast.
All right, so Tobias. It was what? So this Tobias was one of the half of the Noob Saibot because it was Ed Boon, which is where the Noob comes from. Tobias was Saibot. They just like flipped it. Whenever you would land, like it wasn't a crit, but it would happen randomly. Whenever you did like an uppercut or a really powerful hit that fucking sent your opponent flying, or that like did a bunch of damage to him or whatever, and like sent them flying or whatever, a fucking dude would come on the screen. He always had a goofy ass face like this. And you would just hear toasty, and he would just pop up. Now the reason why it was really funny. Well, obviously it was funny, but the reason why it was really cool was when he came on the screen. I think it was like you had to press like select start and then like down and up or something like that. And if you were in arcade mode and he popped up and you did that, the game would like make a noise or make a chime or something like that. And then when you beat the person, it would take you to a secret level where you fought Reptile down in the crypt. And then when you beat him, you could go and fight Chameleon, which is a fucking character. It was just the silhouette of all the ninjas, and he would just change colors and use like Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Reptile, all of them, and Ermac all at the same time. And that was like the secret. They're like, oh fuck, I found Reptile. I fought him in this level. I fought Chameleon. That shit was hype on the playground, bro.
We don't have any more secrets, bro. Like I'm telling you, bro.
That's
like
the shit. We're gonna have to show you, bro.
Yeah, but
that's the thing, bro.
love
Like
the
everything
toasty
gets
guy.
ruined by fucking the
Social
internet.
media,
no,
bro.
I mean, okay, hold on. So we gonna pause it there because I'm gonna be real. The information that we have gotten, the way the information gets out now because of the internet is made it that much better. But at the same time, like you said, you're not really gonna have
Nothing's
secrets.
a secret.
Yeah, there's no secrets
Nothing's a
anymore because
secret
you'll be
anymore.
like, the code is
I bet you
cracked.
right now, if you look it up, somebody already beat Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, a
100%.
million
There's
percent.
already endings
There's
on
already endings and stuff.
Yep.
You know they raised it to the
Stay
end.
the fuck off YouTube. You try not to spoil shit.
Oh
bro.
no, I've been off that joint.
That fucking computer's off for that reason. I don't want to know.
Speaking
I'll
of
get out.
it, since we finished that one up, we gave Mortal Kombat his time. I need to remember what that topic was now.
See, this is why we told you to talk about it.
I know, man, but I wanted to give it his time. I got to be fair. I got to be fair.
Well, we were talking about something. We were talking about Sindel, and then you started going into Jade fucking Jordan.
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. We were talking. I think it was like about learning tech.
It was like
You should've
I'll
just
be the
discussed it, bro.
guy.
We're gonna have to come back to it, man. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. All right, when it
Let's
goes-
go to the
Just
next
talk
one.
about
Let's go to the
it.
next one.
It'll hit me. It'll hit me. So, there's something we can talk about. Since we already on the talking about then and now. So we can kind of, this is more so me and you.
Yeah.
Zora, if you got something you can chime in or how you feel about it, but it's more so learning tech.
New generation.
Yeah, learning
Gen
tech.
Z.
Learning tech from when we were coming up versus learning tech now.
All
Like, what are the pros and the cons of learning tech now versus learning tech then?
So the pros, when you learned it, you were a fucking god on the playground, bro. Like, no, if I knew how to fireball and you didn't, sorry, bro. You getting fucking lit up. You are going to die. Don't ever try that shit. Now, the cons, it wasn't real tech. It was actually just a part of the game, but there was no way for the information to go around. So it was just kind of word of mouth.
Yeah.
Like, damn, did you see that shit? He threw a whole, it was literally a fireball coming out of that man's hands. And then what'd you do? Oh, well, I figured out the anti-tech tech. Well, what do you do after he throws a fireball? You jump. Damn, that's crazy. Then they found the DP because someone happened to be walking forward and then wanted a fireball. And they're like, oh, that wasn't a fireball. He did an uppercut and jumped. That was cool. Can I do it again? Replicated it, and they're like, you ain't never getting past this. I got fireballs. I'm zoning you out. You jump. Watch this.
Yo, you remember back in the day when button mashing was an actual strat?
Bro.
Like, I get people button mash now because they don't know what they're doing, but back in the day, button mashing was legit a strat.
When there was no mix-ups, there was no like left, right, down, up, whatever. People didn't know that shit. We weren't at that point. They were just like, you don't know what I'm gonna press, so you can't block correctly. That was it. That was just
And not even that. Sometimes you just went in arcade mode with a character you never played, and you're like, I wonder what they can do. Mash. And then soon as your first Sonic Boom came out, you was like, hold up. What did I just press? That made that come out?
You try to fuck. I know it was random, but like, I felt like I was holding back. Maybe. Oh shit, I don't know.
Yeah. And you had to sit there. You had to work it out, and then you like, Sonic Boom. Oh, I figured it out.
Yep.
Dude, that sounds cool.
That's that shit. And then those are the people where you're just like, that's where the character loyalty came. It's like, yo, this man, he plays Guile. Nobody played Guile. Guile's garbage. Guile don't got moves. Have you seen Ryu? Ryu got a whole fireball. Nah, bruh. He plays Guile. Then you see fucking Guile. Sonic Boom. What the fuck? That was faster than the fireball. What the fuck is that?
And then it really messed you up because he would just duck after that.
Yep.
Because he figured out the crouch duck text. He was just like,
yep. Oh, it's cool. It's cool. I've seen this before. When Ryu throws a fireball, I'll jump over, but I won't jump over the fireball when I'm close to him, because then I'll get hit with the Shoryuken. I'll do it from back here. Flash kick. What the fuck? Bro, it was like the uppercut, but he did a backflip and it reached me from the full screen.
Yep. Oh no, he jumped. You know what? I jumped. We both jumped, but I jumped first, so I'm gonna meet him in the air.
Nah.
I'm gonna win, right? I already threw my button and everything.
Nope.
Grabs you as
Air
a
throw.
backbreaker. He got an air throw.
Bro, nobody knew about the air. And not everyone had that shit too.
Bro, I found out about the air throw. I think I may have already said the story, but I'll tell it again. I found out about the air throw because I couldn't beat Vega on Street Fighter 2 Turbo
I've
Edition.
heard of this.
I couldn't beat him. So Ryu couldn't beat him. I couldn't beat him with Ken. I couldn't beat him with Han. I couldn't beat him with nobody. So I'm like, you know what? I'm playing Guile.
Shit's rough.
And then we met in the air, and I just pressed the grab, and that's how I found out he had it. So every time he climbed on that gate and jumped, I met him in the air. Every time. I was not afraid. As soon as he jumped out, I'm like, come here.
You started hearing fucking yo in your fucking nightmares. That's what it was. Nah, I'm not letting that happen again. I've been getting mixed all day.
So every time he went to jump, yo, come here.
Slam this man.
When you leaving this fight in a wheelchair.
It's the only way you learn. You learn by word of mouth. Now we're in the information age. Everyone has fucking access to that shit. It's common knowledge.
Now it's everything. Like, there's all these people that just don't. They just have all the time in the world to just stay with the game forever and just find all the tech and then they just post it on Twitter and everybody knows.
Now it's common knowledge, like, oh, you don't know that his standing hard punch is minus blah, 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 blah. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to know that shit? Oh, there's websites for it. Or you could just figure it out on your own.
Like I said, but the pros definitely for
Feel.
for learning tech now is the fact that it's a lot easier.
And that's why we get the hype moments, bro.
But yeah, it's a lot easier to get into a game nowadays. But if I had to say which hype moments were hyper, definitely back in the day.
Yeah, because it was the unknown.
Yeah.
You didn't know.
Somebody come up on the stage and bust out a combo no one else had ever seen before, and you just like. And a lot of learning from when we come from also went from watching other players. That's why I tell players to watch your matches.
Yeah.
Like a lot of players nowadays will not watch their matches. And like I'm like, that's something that's super important.
Yeah.
Because if you watch your matches, you can see exactly like, okay, here's what I'm doing too much of. Here's what I'm not doing enough of. He was doing this a lot and I let him get away with it. Here's what I can, if I punish him with this, okay, I don't really know the punish of that move, but I can go in the lab and look for it.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. Something I did a lot when I was learning 5 was I would go on in school. I would go on my phone. I'd go on YouTube and I go Street Fighter 5 tournament and I just watch it all day. And then like the other thing is like that I'm doing now. I didn't used to do it back in the day. Back in the day, my notebook was only filled with frame data. Now I go onto the CNN and then I watch my match and I would write down what exactly I did wrong in that match. And even if like the only time I would never watch the match is if like perfect KO was up there. If a perfect KO was up there, it's because I figured it out and I was fine with it. But if there's no perfect KO or if I lost that match, you gonna catch me right. You gonna catch me right in hard body.
I highly recommend like get a second pair of eyes whenever you're watching your matches. Yeah. Maybe it's the person you just like your training partner you've been playing with all the time. If it is, and if that's the person who like you're playing against in the match that you're watching, you probably don't want them to watch it with you because then they're only going to see their side of it for like they're playing. Get another pair of eyes, an unbiased pair that wasn't involved in the match, and just have them point shit out for you.
You know what's crazy that I found out about myself because we do the whole FGC thing now? I am much better at coaching than playing. And it's good, but it's also kind of sad because I'm like, I could never be that guy to do it, but I know what I can tell you to do it.
It definitely, I don't mean, like, you don't, not everyone has the fucking chops to be like the next Justin Long, the next fucking Christopher Gonzalez, whatever, next Punk. But if you like something enough, you will find a way to get involved or involve it in your life, right? So I consider myself a halfway decent player when it comes to like sitting down and committing to a fighting game, learning it, whatever, the ins and outs. But I've also learned this about myself. I'm really, really good at explaining things to people when they have no experience on the topic.
Yep.
Like I can sit down with Jamie, my girlfriend, and I could be like, Jamie, I need you to go and pick this character and I need you to do a charge motion. She's going to look at me and be like, what the fuck is a charge motion? And I'm going to explain it to her. The control stick, hold it back. You holding that button or holding that stick in that direction, you're charging it like you're charging a battery. Once that charge is full, I need you to press forward and this button at the same time. Boom, you did a sonic boom. In what do they call it? In layman's terms, the simplest way to explain it.
Yep.
You just know. Like once you've done it enough times, like I said, you'll find a way.
But I'm also very bad at learning tech the new school way. Like I am terrible at watching a guide and watching some dude. Like when I had to learn tech for Tekken and watching Blast Salami, he makes great videos. If you need to learn tech, watch his videos. But for me, I'm just the type of person where I am a doer. I am not a watcher.
Yep.
So like if I'm watching a video, I have to watch it like a couple times to even comprehend what's going on because in my head I'm like, this is boring.
Yeah, so
Take notes, bro.
They broke it down like when I was in school or whatever, fucking eons ago when the dinosaurs were around. They broke it down that people learn in 3 ways. You're an audio learner, like you learn by hearing. You're a visual learner, you learn by seeing, or you're a kinetic learner, which means you learn by feeling, touching, or doing. And you don't have to just be one, but you might lean more towards one or the other, or you might be a combination of both or all 3 to some extent. In your sense, watching it and hearing it, probably not as good as you actually doing it. So you're more of a kinetic learner.
Yep. That's why
you do it through repetition.
Yeah, that's why side comment, y'all. This personal life, but when I got my A+ certification, there was no way for me to do it, and so it took me longer to get it because I couldn't do it. I just had to read and answer questions.
Exactly.
And I'm like, this is not how I learned.
Me,
You learn through failure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm kind of like all three ways, but I noticed myself that I do lean more towards the doing.
So you
than
through the
yeah.
repetition
Yeah,
helps you the most.
I learned that, but like the thing is, like, people can tell me something. Like, for example, let's say, when I was working at Amazon, right? When I was working at Amazon, people, when I first started, I'm like, bro, you're gonna have to make me do it. Like, that's the first thing.
Yeah, you need to show me.
You gotta show me. Then when I'm already accustomed with all the people there and like I'm just comfortable with everything, you can tell me anything and I will know it instantly. Cause like that, it's just like I feel like for me it's something about being comfortable with the person. Like if I'm comfortable with you, like for example with my history teacher, he was a comedian. My history teacher used to teach us in a way that would interact with me. And then I would be like, wow, this guy is funny, bro.
Exactly.
Like, yeah. So I would learn everything.
You felt engaged.
I
so
felt engaged.
You retained the information.
Everything. Because I was listening to him and I actually like enjoyed what he was saying. And it was
That's a good
entertaining.
fucking teacher. That's what that was.
bro,
It's a great teacher.
Slaps.
You
That teacher was
remember.
amazing, bro.
See?
And it's like it's the same with like learning. That's why when I'm learning combos for me it's usually a struggle. Like, cause one, I have to learn how to read how your combo system works, because you could be doing 8-way runs, you could be doing something more close to Tekken, which I actually is my favorite. I don't know why I gotta sit here and look at it and be like, okay, so 3, okay, then P, okay, then K.
Oh, you're talking about the movement?
When Tekken's just like DF, which means down forward.
Yeah, I get you.
Down forward 3. Down forward 3, and 3 is the X or A, whichever is control.
Yeah.
Down, okay, so down forward and X. So much easier.
Yeah, the reason why they do that is because they use the buttons as the numbers as opposed to the motions.
Which
so like
makes
The anime
more
fighters.
sense.
Exactly.
The anime fighters.
And that's because Tekken, you don't really have motions. Like, you're not going to do a quarter circle. Like, yeah, there's exceptions. Like, Akuma or fucking Geese is a half circle, whatever. But then they'll just say, like, half circle forward, HCF. +1, which is square. Or X if you're on Xbox or whatever. So because they use the buttons as the numbers, they don't say 2, 3, 6 +1 +2. That, like, I'm looking at a fucking math problem. Like, what is
Oh
that?
my god!
Why am I reading equations?
for DBZ? Bro,
You learned it
F
though.
this, that.
You remember. So 2, 3, 6 is forward, 2, 1, 4 is back.
Yeah, I remembered it, of course, because that was necessary.
And when it starts with 6 and it ends
necessary.
with 4, it's back. And when it starts with 4 and ends with 6, it's half circle forward.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
But you learn that shit. Of
course I learned
You know,
it.
obviously, you know, we commentate or whatever at our locals. Whenever I'm commentating Guilty Gear, I do the thing I do all the time. I put the fucking murder face on, like you guys say, and I flip a switch, and I'm like, okay. Then I'm like,
starting to do that. By the way, I'm starting to do that. I'm just letting you know, I'm starting to do that. Like, I'm
yeah.
getting that shit.
Then you start seeing, you're like, okay, we're not no longer playing Tekken, so he's not doing up forward 4 as his orbital, or he's not doing down forward 2s to poke him out. Now he's doing 6 Ps, he's doing 2H, he's doing far hard slash, he's jumping, doing purple RC, PRC, yellow RC. It's just a whole nother language, and it helps when you're online and you're looking stuff up, because you can look at something in Japanese and it'll still say 236p, which is Fireball. It won't be like kanji and shit. It's just easily translated.
That's cool, but I still hate it.
I didn't like it. I still don't like it, but it's not going away, so I just learned to deal with it.
It's just like you said, it's probably just a universal thing.
Once you've seen it enough
Literally
times.
in my head, because Tekken was the first fighting game I took seriously, I just have like a translator in my mind.
Yeah.
And like, so when I see the
You see
216, I'm like, okay. down forward, whatever. Like, I just translate it back in my head.
Funny enough, what you just said, 216 is fucked up because that's down, back, forward. With no inputs in between, no motions in between. 214 is actually quarter circle back.
But when I
that
play,
would be really hard.
But when I play Tekken, it makes more sense.
Exactly.
I'm just like, this is fine.
Yeah, hit him with a forward 2-1. All right, forward, triangle, square.
Yeah.
Forward, YX.
What's Lily's best move when round start? Oh,
1
forward
plus
1 plus 2.
Yep, forward 1 plus 2.
Like,
You just know that shit.
I'm not finna be like, oh wait, it's it's what depending what side I'm on. If I'm on the left, it's 6. What is it, AB?
If you're really serious about learning the game, I highly recommend you learn the language.
Yeah, definitely.
And then
For that game specifically. For
and
that
then
game.
you go to Anime Fighters, and it's wonky as all get out over there because some games use A, B, C, D. Some games use P, H, P, K, S. HS.
Looking at you, Dragon Ball and Guilty Gear.
Yeah.
Bro, that's absurd, bro.
2H, crouching heavy.
And then Guilty Gear has a D for dust. It's not the same D for drive, which is a Guilty Gear, and it's in a different spot on the controller.
Yeah, because Tekken's a 4-button fighter. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Guilty Gear's a 5-button fighter.
Yeah.
They didn't get the memo. Like, you can't just be 6 like fucking Street Fighter. No, you have to just be 1 less. All right, whatever.
Like, bruh.
6 bro.
So when it comes to learning, I'm definitely on the old school tech side.
That's okay.
Definitely.
But you're a kinetic learner, so now if someone wants to show Alex something at the local and you watching this, you need to go up and be like, yo, this is how you do it. This is what it looks like. And then he needs to try it. Otherwise, he ain't learning that shit.
No. And that's how I learned in Guilty Gear.
Yep, that's okay, though. But now you know. So now whenever you approach something in the future, you're just like,
Man,
I'm going straight to it. I just need to get my hands on it.
I had that Blast Salami video. When I say I was playing that mug frame by frame, I'm talking.
Look, you can click the gear and play it at 1/4 speed. You don't gotta do all that.
Nope. I tried. It didn't work. It didn't work.
Oh no.
I am so far on the kinetic side. I would.
Bro, that poor keyboard. He played whack-a-mole with that shit.
And then I would sit there and I would practice that one move. I'm like, okay, you canceling that. I added and
Yep.
that's pretty much how I built my combos.
Yep, you break it down. You literally learn the first part, and then you're like, okay, got it down. What's the next part? All right, cool. We gonna add it at the end. Oh, fucked it up. Start over.
Yep.
Okay, we got it. Now what's the next part? He's building blocks. He just Lego.
Literally
stack them on
I
top
have
of
to
each
build
other.
my combos block by block because that's just the way I learn.
Me, I just see, like, for me, they just, like, for example, I learned the language, and then they just tell me, like, I'll look it up, this, that, and that, and then I'll just look at the combo, and then I just do it.
That's because you from the newer school though. Y'all like receiving information like that.
But the difference between the new and the old school is like you should be able to do both because it helps in the long run. 2 days ago, I think you were playing Under Night when you were on PC. I was watching him do combos in the combo trials. And he was like, bro, why the fuck can't I land this combo? I was just like, well, what are you doing? He's like, I'm doing this. And then
It's the slide.
and then they fall and I can't do this. Like, every time I do it, it doesn't land. I was literally just like, bro, you might be either doing it too late or you might be doing it too early in an animation to like cancel into the other thing. And then he mixed up his timing with while he was pressing it. He landed that shit.
Yeah, no. The same thing when he was playing Enkidu. He's like
Analyzing.
He was like, I'm hitting him with this move, but it's not going through. I was like, what does it say? I see. I was like, that means increase. I am increasing. I was like, no,
Not enough.
you have to full charge.
Yep.
He's like, do I have time for that? Yes.
It doesn't look that way, but yes.
Bro, like, no, Under Night, like, the combos in Under Night, like,
fucking
woke
dope,
me
bro.
up.
They're so cool, bro.
They woke me up. Like, I thought my combos are hard, bro.
No.
And then I just go to Under Night. I'm like, whoa.
When you go to the anime side of things, that's when it gets crazy.
Nah,
He
bro.
was like, yo, Akatsu's combos are fucking hard. I was like, no, they ain't. Nah, bro. These are kind of difficult. All right, go play Hilda.
Yep.
He tried to do Hilda and he was doing the negative edge where you gotta let go of the button. He's like, yo, this is kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
But then he started to get it. And I'm like, okay, that's cool, right? It seems cool. Go play Carmine. He started to do Carmine. He's like, I will never play this character.
Yeah, literally,
I will
like-
never, ever play this character for real.
With Hilda, I
heard
was
you
just
want-
like, I could just do the what?
The claw.
The claw, yeah.
Instead of holding the controller on both sides, you basically flip your hand and you dial in the buttons like you're playing an arcade stick, but you're still using a control stick with your thumb. That's the claw.
That's the way I learned how to play. Like, it came to me naturally too. I was like, oh wow, I could just do this. Let's
get
go.
it.
But with Carmine, bro.
Fuck, so hard, bro. That
Dude,
character's
it's
so
all
hard.
delayed timings, and
fucking
it's
hate
all
it.
like you gotta change the time. You got each part of the combo. You gotta, bro.
And it sucks because he's such a cool character.
Since
Dude,
we
it
already-
was so bad.
Since
bro.
we already on the topic of tech, I do have a question for both of y'all. Is there a ceiling in leveling up your play? What I mean by that is there a limit that you as a player reach that you just cannot pass?
So You mean like you want like personal ceilings? Or you mean like ceiling as far as skill level for the game?
Ceiling far as skill level as it goes for like as a whole. Like, is there somewhere in the community where no matter how much you practice, you're gonna fall within this lane because you've hit your skill ceiling?
Okay, so it's a personal skill ceiling.
Kind of both is what I'm saying. Like I'm trying to get at.
So I think there's no personal skill ceiling that's permanent, right? Like I think you can always break through your barriers. I think you can always get better. There's always a way to get better.
Break the
always.
limits.
Exactly. There's always a way. Skill ceiling as far as game, it depends on the game. So like Tekken, there is no like the ceiling for Tekken doesn't fucking exist. It's open sky. Bro, Nee is still learning shit. We thought he was a fucking menace, and then Pakistan was like, "You actually know nothing, sir. Let me show you, in fact, why you suck at this game."
Bro.
Like, for real.
That is
Hold on,
crazy.
hold on,
It's
hold
like
on.
the Mortal Kombat guy.
Exactly.
Remember the guy that went to think and he's like, "Oh, this is free."
Hold on.
Yeah,
was
this is free.
was that him being told you suck at the game, or was that just him being hit with tech he hadn't? Because let's be real. If we're looking at the Pakistani play style, they're different from everybody.
Yes, but then at that point, I don't think because like he probably does know all of the tech in the game.
Because and this is one of the reasons why I'm so against people who are like, I always have to be optimal, because everybody who plays everywhere else is like they try and do the optimal combos, optimal.
You're not
pokes.
that good. Stop trying to do.
No, I get what I'm saying. But even at the pro league, everybody else tries to do optimal buttons, optimal pokes, optimal combos. Pakistan, they find one or two good buttons and will frustrate you.
Yeah.
You know?
So in that sense, so like
Ours the last with Kazumi, just doing this.
exactly
Doing this?
a mid-tier character, people would say. But like I said, I think Nick has been playing the game long enough. We were saying earlier, it's a legacy game. I think he does know, like I would say Nee knows like 97 to 98% of all of the tech in the game.
Yeah.
However, that is not going to help you when it comes to play styles. You might know what to do in this situation, right? But if a situation comes up you've never been in before, you don't know what to do.
Yep.
That's that 2% you're never going to find.
Yep.
And you know what he did? He went to fucking Pakistan. And
he
found
learned.
out. He was like, yo, I got freed up. Let's fix this. And he flew. And they fucking housed him and he played and all that shit.
Bro, that's the type of
That
stuff.
it's cool, right?
So I don't know if you guys know this. It was in Food Wars actually.
Yeah.
Chefs, when they want to learn a certain way of cooking,
They go to different
They go to
countries.
different countries
Yeah.
and go and learn.
Then they
Like,
incorporate
bro,
it into their own play.
Imagine if fighting game players did the exact same thing.
Some of them do. The ones who
Bro.
are fortunate enough to do it, they do it.
That's insane. Like,
But-
think about it. Now I'm like, yo, I've seen everything.
So both
You
of
know,
y'all,
that's
so
cool.
both of y'all agree that there's no ceiling.
So,
I think there's no skill ceiling for players. I think specific games have, I wouldn't even say it's a skill ceiling. I think it's a tech ceiling. So you can only like learn so much, like let's say Smash Melee, right? You know how to wave dash. You know how like what all the frame data is. You know how to fucking L cancel. You know what, there's 4 air moves you can, 5 air moves you can do as a fucking whatever character in that game. You know the tech. Can you execute? That is no longer a tech thing. That is a personal skill thing. Which I don't think there's a skill ceiling for you personally as like growing as a player.
I agree with him. I agree with him of the fact of like I can learn a game to the point where it's just like I know this game like the back of my hand.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to going against players, there's so much things that go into it that I tell you guys all the time. It is a hole. It is literally a hole that is infinitely going down there, because it could be like, okay, let's just think of it like this. I'm gonna get this guy on a knockdown. I'm gonna DP him. Now the guy says, I know he's gonna DP me. So I know he thinks I'm gonna DP him. So I'm gonna go ahead and go for low forward. Then now it goes right back to me. I think he knows that I know that he's gonna do this. So he's gonna low forward. So I'm gonna go ahead and go back with punish that low forward. Now it keeps on going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth into a mind game that is just a straight hole. There's no such thing as a gap to as a limit to that, because that could be forever going.
The only limit is the actual time. You've got a split second to decide.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. And that's what makes the difference between pros and things is if you make it a correct
I'm
option.
going to actually disagree on this one.
Wow.
And the reason I am is because I do believe that there is a ceiling. Not necessarily saying it makes you any worse as a player, but if you see it, There's only a certain reason certain people become pros. There are certain people who even play at our level, at our local, and some of these dudes have like monstrous hours in these games and they can't get top 3.
No.
And it's nothing against nobody. It's nothing against nobody at all.
Definitely.
It just is something that happens. Like, you are eventually going to reach a point. There's nothing more you gonna be able to do, my guy. Like, you have done, you have put in the time, right? You've gone to the lab.
Yep.
You're showing up to your locals faithfully. You grinding all the matches, and every time you go to your local or a regional or a major, you place within the same percentage every time. That it's a certain point where it's like, it ain't really you, but it's you. You know?
So in
I'm sorry.
go ahead.
I'm gonna like step in this. In this way, certain people, the way that they learn, like, how example, for a person that already he goes to locals all the time and stuff like that, and he gets the same place and stuff like that, it's because he's not learning the right way. In my opinion, I believe that everybody has the potential to become like the best. There's talent, yes, 100%. There's talent.
Yeah.
There's people that
There
can
is
pick up a
natural
game
talent.
and be better than you from the start. But if you learn the right way and you are actually wanting to beat this guy, like if you actually have the motivation to be like, I'm gonna fucking destroy you one day, and I don't care how long it's gonna take me, I'm gonna do it.
But
That dude is gonna become so much better. It's
Well,
just how you think
Well,
about it, in my
on.
opinion.
Well, hold on. That kind of contradicts what we talked about before, though.
My fault. What happened?
Because saying you're not learning the right way is essentially saying there is a right way and a wrong way to learn what you're doing. But everybody, as we just said, learns in one of the 3 different ways.
Yeah, that's what
so
I'm saying.
however you may be learning might not be the way the next man learn.
Yeah, I know. No, what I'm trying to say is that, like, for example, they're just not learning the right things. Like, how to explain it?
They're it's not the fact that they're learning incorrectly, it's they're not learning in the way that's most effective for them.
Yeah.
Or, well, I was gonna say, after what you said, those players that they might have, maybe they put 2,000 hours in X game, right, and they're just not getting the results they want. I'm a full avid believer, like Juan was saying, like, yeah, there is natural talent, but I have a full avid believer that hard work will always beat natural talent in the end. Now, depending on how talented the person is, you might have to put 2,000 hours in whatever game. If they're really fucking good and they've also put 2,000 hours, you might have to put 10,000 hours in said game. And by definition, you are a fucking expert and a master in that field, sir, because 10,000 hours of experience is all it takes.
I get that, but then like you just said, I could put 10,000 hours into a game or 2,000 hours, however many hours I put into the game, and I'm good. But this person who already had, like we've already discussed it before, nobody even starts at the same level when learning a new game.
That's facts.
So if we ain't even on the same level at the start, there is no possible way that we gonna all end on the same level. We all have the same chance. We all have the same opportunity.
Yes.
Not saying you don't. But at the end of the day, like, it's, you know how many people, because I watch Justin Wong stream when he does just like the 2-hour streams, he just plays matches. There is not a lot of people who can beat him.
It's the natural talent.
Yeah, he's got
experience that transfers over.
He's got the natural talent. He grinds out the tech. He learns really, really fast. And like, people have been grinding out these games for years. And sometimes he'll hop on games and he's like, I don't really know what I'm doing, and still mop pros.
So going back to, you have to be the hardest worker in the room, right?
Yeah.
So we'll put it this way: those who are naturally talented, they got an EXP buff. Sorry. He's getting 3 times the amount of experience from one session, and you got to play 30 sessions just to catch up to him. So if someone with natural talent and someone who is working real hard start at the same time, the person who, and they're playing the exact same amount of hours, they're putting just as much time in as each other, natural talent's gonna win. Because he's the hardest worker in the room.
No. Like I said, this is not me saying that people who don't have the natural talent, who have to put in extra work, will never win the tournament.
Yeah.
It's not what I'm
They
saying.
can get there. You just gotta be the hardest worker in the room.
What I'm saying is if we look at it from an objective standpoint, if you play around, or you play a match, or you go into tournaments, you go into locals, you go into regionals, you go into majors, and you objectively at the end of the lifespan of the game end in the same bracket throughout that game's history, that was your ceiling.
Yep. You couldn't.
You
break
hit
through it.
your ceiling. There's just
And there's plenty of things that affect that. Other players in the scene, other people in the leaderboard, other people who are placing in the tournaments, they're also getting better. They're not just fucking sitting around like a training dummy waiting for you to.
I get you.
Oh yeah, he caught up to us. All right, now let's start
I
working
get you,
hard.
but that's why I said that's your
Yeah,
ceiling.
I mean, we might not be alive long enough for you to get to the point you want to get to. That's just sucks. Like, sorry, bro, we ain't lived that long.
I'm gonna tell you something like that. It's because most of the time you know me. I be listening to motivational speakers all the time, and I just like I'm always like trying to get new ways to like motivate me and shit. So the thing is, for me, in my opinion, yeah, there's talent. Yeah, there's people that learn faster. Yeah, there's school like that. But your talent better be 20 times better than my wanting to beat your ass. Like, it's just like, it's literally like, okay, my hunger, if I'm hungry enough, I will catch up to you, bro. I don't care what it takes. Me and you can play the same hours. I will do it. It doesn't matter. As soon as I find that 1 mile where I'm like, oh, this guy doesn't know this yet. Or like, if I find that little thing that can just change my whole game, I will take that and launch that shit all the way to you, bro.
See?
I would launch it so far.
Some people don't see it that way.
No, it's
Some people work hard and then they get to the point where they think they've worked hard enough, and then they're like, okay, I've done the work, I've done the homework, let me go and see if I've made any progress. And then they get fucking slapped and they're just like, I learned nothing. They lose that motivation.
No,
it's
bro,
hard
you
for some
can't.
people to keep that motivation up. Some people just can't do it.
The thing is, the biggest thing that will catch you up to anybody, in my opinion, like, it could be anywhere. It could be like in athletic sports, or it could be in fighting games,
life
or
in
anywhere.
general.
In life in general, in my opinion, is if you, as you are, will take everything that you learn and use it to your best opinion. Like, talent always has a weakness. There's always a weakness to talent, right? Because sometimes there's a guy, Allen Iverson, for example, he doesn't go to practice, right? What's his weakness? His weakness is that he doesn't go to practice, so I can catch up to him as the fact that he doesn't go to practice. I'm not saying that Allen Iverson's a beast.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying
still
that.
NBA player.
Yeah, but the thing is, right? There's always a weakness to talent. No matter what the fuck it is, there's always a weakness, in my opinion.
I think what the thing that's going on here is, what I'm hearing is natural talent versus hard work. But what I'm saying is, sure, you work hard, great. Clap, clap, fam. But guess what? This dude with the natural talent also works hard.
Yeah.
Fam, I'm not looking at it from an idealistic standpoint. If you're looking at it idealistically and you want to have the anime protagonist thought of, I can beat anybody, good for you, not stopping you. But if we look at it overall, and fam, you shooting from the free throw, and every time you shoot, you 3 for 10 on the line, that's your ceiling.
Yeah.
The ceiling exists. If you want to be like, break your limits, cool, do you, be great. What I'm saying is,
I understand. At the end of the day, you have to be a realist. You have to be like, okay, there's not enough hours in your life before you can get to where you want to be.
Like, I ain't gonna lie to you,
But
like,
you can't let that get you down.
I'm not saying I'm not saying let it get you down. I am saying, if we're looking at it from a realistic standpoint, if I got a player on my team, this dude has won 3 regionals and maybe 2 majors, and I look at this dude on my team, he ain't even made it a top 32 not once. Fam, I'm getting rid of you and I'm picking him up.
Okay, yeah, I understand that. No,
because your ceiling is apparently not even top 32.
I feel that.
I need somebody who can get me a major. So.
Yeah. Like me, I'm very biased. The reason why I'm biased is because in high school, I started freshman year playing basketball. I played basketball back in the day, but it was like skill events, like free throws and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So I never actually played basketball for real. And I started playing basketball freshman year. I used to get nervous. I gave power to nervousness. Don't do that. Don't be like, I lost because of nervousness. No, you lost because he's the better player. That's just it. The biggest thing, I lost the nervousness, and I sucked at free throws. I sucked at them so bad. Even though I was already in skill events, right? I sucked at them so bad. After 2 years, all the guys have been playing since they were kids and stuff like that. All of them mad lazy. all of them. Complacency, yeah. But there were some that are like insane. Those guys were the ones that motivated me to like, I want to be there. I want to be to those level. Like those guys are talented. They always work hard and stuff like that. Me in 2 years, I caught up to one of my homeboys, Wayne. Me and him 1v1 every single day, until I was like, bro, I'm not done until I win at least once. It would be like the whole day we'd 1v1, and then the next day I'll be right back. Hey, yo, come on, let's go.
And
again,
that's
again.
cool if this is. I'm gonna transfer to the next topic with this one, and that's cool if you are the only fish in the pond with that type of drive. But it's a very large pond out there,
That's facts.
and it's a lot of people with that same amount of drive.
Yeah, but I caught up to them. That's why I'm so biased.
Again, I get what you're saying, but that's like I said, an anecdotal experience of you catching up to the fish in your pond. But when you step outside and you see another fish and you like, I'm gonna beat you no matter what, and he look at you and go, you know what, fam? Same. That's when you gotta look at it and be like, all right, we need to get a little more real. And then like to say that, like, this is like I said, it's going to my next topic, because we was talking about Texas Showdown, and we saw that Cutter Core did really well. Shouts out to Cutter Core.
Good job. Good shit. Way to represent.
Yep. And they were like, she's a really good player. I'm like, she is a really good player.
Extremely talented.
In America.
However.
That's what I was like. Yes, she's a really great player in America. Yeah. Because when you start going overseas,
it's called Tekken World Tour, not Tekken United States of America Tour.
And you gonna sit here and tell me Cutter Core ain't got the drive but want to win?
She's good.
She got it.
She work hard.
She works very hard.
However,
like I said,
but
bro,
if she meets
your hunger better be stronger than the rest.
If she meets up with me, JDCR, who else we got? Jian Dong. I can't say she winning that.
So
I'm telling you, your drive gotta be stronger than the rest, bro.
In the same sense, like we're in agreement that two trains going side by side, going at like the same speed, the train with the stronger engine is gonna win.
Yeah.
Right? It's gonna get there first. And we're also in agreement that, yeah, you can have the motivation, but sometimes there's not enough time in the world or your fucking lifetime to where you'll ever catch up to this person. At the same time, God's bleed, right?
Yes.
It could be as simple as he stubbed his toe.
Yep.
He's distracted by the pain. He dropped the combo. That was a game-winning combo. Or he's sick, or he's getting old. But see, one of these days, and he's gonna have a rough fucking time. It's gonna be an upset, bro.
If you somebody that like thrives off of beating somebody at their best, I don't even really know if you take that. Like, cause I'm somebody like, if I beat your secondary character, I don't care.
So then it goes back to like when you're hearing all these people say like the NBA all-time greats, people are like, oh, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, LeBron James. Oh, well, I think LeBron James would have beaten so and so. It's just like, we'll never know because it was completely different time periods, right? We'll never know if LeBron James would have led the fucking Olympic team to victory better than Michael Jordan would have, because it was completely like there's an age gap. There's a completely different time era. We're never gonna know if Punk would have beaten Daigo in Third Strike, because Punk wasn't even a fucking twinkle in his dad's eye when Daigo was playing Third Strike. We'll never know that shit. So all you can do is play, keep playing, and then whoever the fuck they put in front of you, knock them down.
Yeah.
Until you get to your goal.
But this is, like I said, my next question is like, do you think players being good at their local scene and their small pond, does that inflate their ego way too much when they start going out to regionals and majors?
1000% yes. People are so stuck. They got their head so far up their own ass, bro. I've never seen a balloon inflate itself, but that's probably the best explanation I could give.
When we ran the anniversary, right? And we invited everybody to come down. We ran the Big Gills in Year tournament. A lot of our guys entered. I don't even know how many of our guys made top 8.
I wasn't there, so I wouldn't know. But if I had to guess,
Bala didn't make top 8.
Yeah,
if I had to guess, I'll give you 2, max, maybe.
I know. Waffles, I think top 8.
Cool. If that's cool, then that's 1 out of how many?
Yeah, that's facts.
Exactly. Even if you're the best in your scene, right? This goes back to what Alex was saying, the analogy. You are a tiny fish right? Or maybe you're the biggest fish in your pond, right? But at the end of the day, it's still a pond, right? You take that fucking fish out of the pond and you throw it into a lake. Suddenly, you're not the biggest fish anymore. All right, cool. It's like those fucking video games. You see the fish, you eat all the fucking fish until you become the biggest fish in that lake. And then you take that fucking fish and you throw that fucking fish in the ocean. You're not the biggest fish anymore,
right?
bro. You're not the biggest fish anymore. It's eat or get eaten.
Like we were saying, like Tekken and Knee with the guys.
He got humbled, and I'm not saying that like Nee is an egotistical person. Like he seems like a very nice person.
Yeah.
He's very humble. He practices the game. He got his ass whooped by Pakistan players, not just Arslan Ash. It wasn't just him. It was quite a few. I think it was like Honey and a bunch of other playing characters or players from Pakistan. After he lost, he was like, "They're doing something I was not ready for. Let me go figure out what the fuck that was." And he flew to Pakistan and he learned it. That's just the best way you could do it, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro.
But see, not everybody has the money to do stuff like that.
That's the other part.
Not everybody even has the popularity, because they housed me.
Yep.
They were like, yes, come over.
Yeah. Please, we want to practice. We need to learn how the Koreans play. Who better, right?
Ain't nobody looking at no random American player going, yes, come over.
You should try and do whatever is within your limitations, whether it's economically, physically, psychologically, whatever, to get as good as you can get. You can't travel? Cool. I'm not saying do this, but
Online tournaments.
play online tournaments and try and play people across the world. The connection's gonna be garbage and fucking rollback or no rollback. You playing someone in Japan and you in fucking Texas? Sorry, fam, you playing underwater. But if you could do it, do it. You always want to play people who have different play styles from different regions, because you're always gonna learn something new.
And that's why I don't like the mindset of I'm gonna be the best no matter what. I like the mindset of there's always someone better than me.
Yes. God damn yes.
If you always think that if you chasing someone better than you, whoever this imaginary person is, you'll always want to
make them up. Fucking, I don't know who this person is, unnamed, but they're the greatest player in the world and I need to beat them. Who is it? I just told you. I don't know who the fuck that is.
Bro, it goes back to a saying that I used to hear. My role model isn't anybody in this world. My role model is me 10 minutes from now. And then what he says is like, I want me from 10 minutes from now is gonna be way better than me right now. Yeah. So I'm always constantly
future you
trying.
will always be better than past you. So you always want to be better than future you. I get
exactly.
That's good.
That was insane. I was like, bro, that is such a good
deep shit.
Yeah.
I respect it.
See, but I just only issue I have with that is because it's like only focusing on a you perspective, when this community is built off of a community. Mm-hmm. That's cool to build off. You like you said, you want to beat Punk. Cool, but once you beat Punk, what's up?
Oh, I'm gonna go next.
Okay, so who next?
Next. No, not like next. Like,
but I'm saying, though, who's next though?
I don't fucking know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, if I'm just trying to be better than next guy. Who's the next guy? I don't know, but when I get to him, I'm gonna be ready.
I think it's fine to have a goal in mind.
That's facts.
Once you get there, you might not know what you're gonna do afterwards until you get there. But once you get there, you're like, cool, it's done. Boom. Step 2. Those are the type of people who they zero in. They put the fucking horse blinders on at the racetrack. They zero in on their objective or their goal so hard. That's all they know. They fucking eat shit and sleep until they get there. And then once they get there, they're like, woo, that was cool, right? All right, watch what I'm gonna do now. And they go do something else, which is fine. That's okay. If that's what motivates you.
But my thing is, like, I think the best, I can't remember what pro player said this, but he was like, I'm not worried about reaching top 8. I'm worried about my next match.
God damn, if that ain't the fucking truth. I don't know how many times I've told people in tournament, I'm just like, bro, I fucking suck at this game. I am so dog shit. And then the people around me that I like beat to get to whatever point I'm at, like maybe I'm fucking top 3, whatever. Yeah. They're just like, well, what does that make me? I'm like, you also shit at this game. I was just better than you when we played.
Yep, I was just better than you today.
Like, I could have had a cold and then I would have been fucking everything up. You never know.
When DNF came out, me and Crispy played.
Me and you were going back and forth. Sorry.
When we played DNF the first time I played Crispy, he mopped me.
See?
I went to the lab. I practiced a little bit, learned some more combos of Berserker. Second time we played, mopped him right back.
Not this time. Sorry. This time is different.
Because that's when I learned how to play Berserker, and I was like, okay, so my play style with this character is not safe. There is no way I should be sitting here trying to be in the corner. And no one understood when I learned that fact. So many people were against me playing that way. But I'm like, I'm telling you, it works.
Bro, I remember when I was like, bro, you gotta make sure. Why you always on that activation state, bro? You gotta use it like a resource. Bro.
It is a resource.
I started playing Berserker, bro. He's like, why you never hop off?
Yeah. He was like, well, you gotta use it like a resource. I'm like, it is a resource. But with Berserker, if you're thinking of trying to save it, you're playing wrong.
Yeah.
My resource is, once my bar hits 30%, and I shows her, I'm like, if you notice, watch this combo because in the training mode. And every time I hit him, my health started going up. And my health started going up. And he was like, okay. And then he went and learned the combos. Like, by the time you done, you got like 50% now. You can rock whatever.
Bro, Berserker, like, genuinely, he will stay always like one of my top favorite fighting game characters because of the fact being that the biggest thing in that game was finishing off people with super. And he could just get it for free.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, oh, I'm beating you. You haven't touched me yet, but I still have super.
The best, one of the best, he was able to use one of the tools in that game so well, it made him really good.
Yeah, he went into
which was conversion.
Yeah.
Conversion was
Because
so
he was
good.
able to get white health so easily, so he could convert and just keep hitting you.
Bro, I remember when I was going against Alan, he did the reversal?
He played
the
launcher,
view reversal?
right?
Yeah, he played launcher.
The view reversal, I forgot.
Where she does the kick and she shoots like up with the minigun. That's
No,
her DP, right?
the V reversal. The one that's like a counter. Like when you're like in block stun.
Oh, it pushes you back.
It pushes you back.
Guard cancel.
Guard cancel something, yeah. I was hitting him, and then I saw him guard cancel. I reacted with conversion and blocked his guard cancel, and it was minus, and I beat him for the game. That was insane, bro.
Oh yeah, it's just like, and when I'm talking about those situations, of like, I'm never focused on beating some random God tier player. If the next player I'm playing is a God tier player, cool, that's my concern. Yeah. If it ain't, he not my concern. Knees in the bracket. Do I meet him in bracket?
Yeah.
Will not till top 8. Then I don't care.
He is not the one in my way right now. You are the one in my way right now. I gotta remove
never
you.
think about that, bro. Like, I'm always thinking about, like, I don't know. I'm always in my head of like, dang, bro. Like, I'm waiting for that top moment. You know, like I'm concerned about that. Yeah, but I have to start putting my head into like little steps, because I'm so concerned about that big picture that I forget about the little steps.
Nah, bro, you gotta.
That's
focus
like the
on
biggest
who's in front
thing.
of you, bro.
Yeah, that's
gotta
like
focus on who's in front of you.
I don't know why. I guess this is just my mind.
It's because you get excited. You want to get there.
Yeah.
But then you psych yourself out.
I need to start putting my head into the now instead of the future.
Yep.
I guess that I know exactly where that comes from. My mom always telling me, you gotta go to college. You gotta go to college. I'm like, bro, I'm fucking 5, bro. I'm 5.
It's okay to dream, but just know how to get
the
that
first
dream.
grade first, and then
Yeah.
we can talk about it.
I'm still in pre-K.
Yeah.
I'm 5, bro.
But yeah, it's like a lot. I hear a lot of players say that, man, see you in top 3. Or
No.
see you in grands.
Bro, you know how
No.
many times I've heard that shit? I'll see you on top. No, you won't. I'm all for being humble, but it's a massive tug of war. I want you to be confident, but I also want you to keep your ego in check, because if you don't tread that fine line, if you don't stay on the fence, you're gonna fall to one side of either side of that fence. One side, you're egotistical and you're conceited and you're full of yourself. The other side, every time you fucking drop something, you're like, man, I fucking suck at this game. I don't know why I played this game, and then you rage and you go home. I need you to tread the fine line right in the middle and be like, yo, I think I am a great fucking player. In the overall big picture, I suck because I've seen the top level. I've seen the top echelons. I know where I want to get.
You just gotta know where you're at.
But I don't need to be better than him. I need to be better than you right now. If I'm better than you, I'll get there eventually. I'm not worried about that shit.
Shouts out to MK. It's the ladder. You
Yep.
gotta climb the ladder.
Climb the tower,
you
bro.
Can't
Climb
fight
the
Shao.
tower.
You can't fight Shao Kahn first round. You will never fight Shao Kahn first round. You gotta climb the ladder, beat Goro, and then you can fight Shao Kahn.
You gotta get there. You gotta get there. And for all you know, maybe that day, the person who you thought was gonna be at the top ain't the one waiting for you. Maybe they got fucked up because they were thinking, man, I'm the shit. and then they got washed. God,
And then some unlocked, unknown character pops in like a Smash Brothers character with the question mark, new challenger. You're like, oh, who is this?
who the fuck is that? We ain't never seen this man before. He about to get destroyed, and then he does the destroying. You're like, whoa, what was his name again?
Yeah.
Hold up, let me check the fucking bracket real quick.
Hey,
yo, get
need
him
to
on
run that
stream.
back, yo.
Interview anybody?
The guy from like I always bring it up, the MK free thing, the arena, the MK arena, the one that just washed everybody.
Yeah.
And he said the MK arena was like free,
Yeah.
and he washed all these pro players like nothing.
Like how many hours?
Mercy and everything.
How many hours you put in? How much you play the game? How much your execution is? It all accumulates to something.
Yep.
So, and you gonna find out real quick where you fit.
If you don't get the desired result from the work that you put in, then you look. If you want to give up, give up. I'm not gonna tell you not to do it. You want to go on to new ventures, do new things, cool. But if you still want to go at it, then you need to pull yourself back and you need to rethink, what am I doing that isn't working? And like I said before, if you can get another set of eyes on it, it's always good to get varied opinions on what you should be doing. Trying something new.
In my opinion, the biggest thing that I see players do that I think is incorrect, in my opinion, is they'll go to regional, they'll lose, and they'll go right back home. That's the biggest thing. I see it all the time. Like, yeah, sometimes they hang out and stuff like that, but they don't actually like do what you're supposed to do. In my opinion, if you're at a regional and you lose early and you like automatically lose,
You should be playing casuals.
No, not only that, play casuals and ask questions.
Yep.
I see so many people just play casuals, stay quiet all times, and then just get their ass whooped and then
They're
just
not
walk
learn-
away
they're not
because they're
learning
mad.
anything. Yeah.
Now,
No,
now,
bro.
hold on.
Ask him.
Hold
Be
on.
like, yo, what did I do wrong?
Hold on now, Zora. You know you guilty of that.
No,
right?
the reason, that right there, the reason why I left is because I knew for a fact why I lost, and I knew exactly, and that was only once, and you know that's only been the only once.
But hold on.
It's only been once, and I never did it in
Hold
Evo.
on.
Did
But instead of waiting,
regionals.
but instead of waiting and running a match,
I went to lab because I knew exactly what I lost to.
but there was casual setups there.
I went to the lab completely because I know Prox wasn't gonna tell me nothing. I know for a fact Prox wasn't gonna tell me nothing. He don't know nothing about Gil. I know for a fact he doesn't. He wasn't gonna tell me nothing.
You know Prox can play a decent amount of the cast, right?
I know, but he wasn't gonna tell me nothing.
How do you know?
What did he need to tell you about Gil? It was Vega he was playing. You were playing Gil.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is he wasn't gonna tell me nothing at the time.
So you saying he would have had no beneficial data for you?
Probably, I don't care, but I still
Probably, I don't care.
But I still went to the lab
that's
because
what
I'm gonna go to my lab. I'm gonna work on it, and I'm gonna come back and.
But
see
that's what I'm
happens.
saying. Like you
I understand I contradicted myself here, but like, listen, like.
He's on that one of those do as I say, not as I do.
Nah, it's not
Do
even
as I
that.
say,
It's not
not
even
as
that.
I do.
But that happened once. Like, I'm trying to say, like, it happened once, and I've never done that before. And the reason why is because, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, I was heated. I was like, bro, like, nigga, I practice this game so fucking much, and I'm dropping combos and doing all this stuff. And then at first I blamed it on nerves. I was like, bro, I'm fucking nervous. Like, why the fuck am I nervous and doing all this shit? Blamed it on nerves. And what that does is like it gives power to your nerves.
It psychs you out.
It psychs
You got
you the
into
fuck
your own
out.
head.
You get into your own head. But like when I went home, the first thing I did, bro, of course I booted up the Street Fighter. But every time I lost, every time I took it out, I took so many L's that night, by the way. Every time I lost, I would just sit there and then just stay in my head for like hours, just working on my mental thoughts. I would look up. I looked up like how do I fix my nerves? Like how would I do this shit? Like I was looking a bunch of shit up and like I was actually in my head. Like it was deep, bro. Like I was going out. It was crazy.
I know it was bad because when we came home, I turned my fucking computer on. It was just like Zora, Street Fighter 5. I was like Alex, I found him. There he is.
It was like really bad. I was up there till like 4 a.m, bro. I'm just trying to solve this fucking equation I've created. And when I finally solved it, where it was like, bro, I'm giving too much power to my nerves. I'm giving too much power to a lot of things, and I'm also like, I'm not thinking in the way of like.
You're not thinking in the moment. You're thinking.
Thinking in the
you gotta
future.
curb your competitiveness, so that way you can learn the matchup, and then you can crank your competitive back up once you've learned what you need to do. But like you're so focused on I need to win. You're not focused on what am I doing wrong. You're just like No, I did it to myself. I did my homework, but I did it to myself. No, you actually didn't do your homework. Because did you learn about Vega shit when you went home?
Yeah.
See? You didn't research Vega. Why didn't you research Vega?
Because I didn't think I was going to face him.
See?
I knew everything about Prox's, like, Prox didn't pick Blanca because he knew he was gonna lose. Because we were doing casuals. I'm being facts. We were doing casuals and I was
You were
mopping
doing
his
good against
Blanca.
Blanca, okay.
I was mopping his Blanca.
So when he played you, he switched to Vega.
He switched to Akuma first, and then he wasn't doing so well with Akuma because I actually knew Akuma.
You know
stuff.
Akuma, okay.
When he picked Vega though,
You got fucking mixed.
I got mixed.
You got fucking
and then
schmixed,
that's when
bro.
I was like, damn, fuck, bro. Like,
See?
that's unfortunate.
But what's to stop him from jumping in with a new character next time you play him when you learn the Vega matchup?
I don't know.
Don't get triggered because you know it might happen, bro. Someone's gonna play someone you'd have never played against before in your life, bro.
Bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah,
That's why I'm like that anime protagonist. I'll beat anybody. I do not rock with that
should
mindset.
Do the homework you can do.
promise.
And it's impossible to be ready for everything, but you need to try anyways. That's the mindset you need.
I promise.
That's the mindset you need, bro.
I promise, bro.
No, man.
I'm gonna get all that shit straight. Don't worry about it.
Last week when we ran Street Fighter, after he took first, he's like, Prox wasn't here. He was bad.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I didn't come back to prove my point.
Oh, yeah.
He wanted
Oh, yeah.
revenge, boy.
Bro, I was like, no, because like I won. Yeah, I won. But I didn't win.
I didn't beat who I wanted to beat.
I didn't win.
That's what was in his head.
Yeah, I didn't win. I won, but I didn't
beat
win.
him. That's what it was. I didn't beat him.
He wasn't. No, like I won. It was a tournament, cool. But
That's
he
not what you
wasn't
really
there.
cared about.
Yeah, he wasn't there. That's what messed me up, bro. I was like, dude, like the one time I was like, I felt so ready.
Fighting games are funny like
Yeah,
that. bro.
no, man. But we actually got through all our topics, crazy enough, except for the one that I thought of and forgot. But I mean,
Told you. Should have just fucking talked about it, bro.
I wanted to give MK
Nah, fuck that. You should have segued into that, and then we would have came back. The MK was written down. The other one was not.
It was not. But we'll I'll figure it out, and then we'll run back another. We'll run
You
it
gonna
back.
remember that.
again.
You gonna be like, fuck it. You gonna wake up in the morning, go to the bathroom, and be like, fuck, that's what it was. It'll be 3 days from now. Watch.
And then we're gonna talk about it in the next.
Nah, I'm not even gonna get mad. Now what I do, if I remember a topic,
Write it
notepad.
down. Yeah.
I go
Open up
straight
the
to the
notepad, bro.
Straight facts, bro.
Yeah,
Straight facts.
that's why when I'm like, hey yo, y'all got any? If I'm ever hit y'all with the, hey yo, y'all boys got any topics? It's because I couldn't think of nothing.
All right, so what we learned today was old games are better than new ones. All of them. I'm just playing.
Look, bro,
I ain't gonna let you. Okay, so
I don't think y'all know how good it is to be able to have one scaling and two patches.
Boy.
yeah,
'Cause
no,
if
I'm
you
talking
got
about
busted
I'm not
characters,
talking
they
about,
were
like,
just broken.
Ivan
just in
Ooze.
fighting games in general, bro. Like I'm not talking about that. Like, bro, y'all had some cool stuff, bro.
We did.
Y'all had some cool stuff, and then y'all had a lot of fun with games, bro.
Well, we had to make fun. We didn't have internet.
Yeah, but y'all had a lot of
We could have just played whoever online. We were like,
That's
all
fine.
right, bro. So we gonna put our money together to buy this game, and then you just gonna come over whenever and we gonna play, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's cool.
We all
bro.
broke around here.
That's cool, bro.
But
One
yeah.
person got a copy for the block.
But yeah, man.
Don't get nervous.
We'll go ahead and call that the end of this round, man. Y'all go ahead and see us in the Patreon Discord. We also have that now. We do got the merch that we got coming out.
Don't do it again.
So wait, but yeah, no, round is over, man. We'll see y'all next time. Be easy.
See you around. Don't get nervous.